First on BBC One, Premier League football in Match of the Day with Desmond Lynham.
Good evening, welcome to Match of the Day. It's the time of the season where those evenings get shorter, it gets darker and colder, and the managers start getting sacked. Tonight we'll cover two teams that have got regime changes. For Tottenham Hotspur, it's out with Jerry Francis, it's in with Christian Gross, via the tube of course. And Sheffield Wednesday will continue under their caretaker manager Peter Shreves. Will he get the job permanently? Or do the chairman have something else in mind?
Canio for Wednesday. And Carbone's away here. The Italian. And he boos!
The Merseyside derby has no managerial changes, no changes of supporters. Is there a changing of the old guard? Everton Liverpool is our featured match tonight.
Ferguson, who usually wins those duels. Here's Barnby. Ferguson, Everton wanting to immediately respond here. With a cross for Barnby, it was just behind him. He had to try the acrobatics, but
we've got highlights from 8 Premiership games this season, some fantastic goals and some fantastic saves. With us tonight are Trevor and Trevor. Will get all their points of view from the Merseyside derby. They've promised they will be impartial. I won't call this from one side. Red versus Blue season. Yes, the votes are in, and it's certainly been cast at the moment. Liverpool will play Everton. See? Nearly what we did there. Everton and Liverpool, it's always been a massive game here in the Premiership and in English football, and it stands the test of time, these two going at it. But this season it's for different reasons. For Everton, it's a simple fact that they're staring relegation down the barrel again. A difficult season awaits them. One wonders what Howell Kendall could do. As for Liverpool, a win today could certainly pick up their chances of getting involved in the title race, which is starting to take shape at the moment. Commentary for this one comes from Tread Champion.
this derby's atmosphere speaks for itself. Goodison Park wanting that little bit more from their Everton side today that lost by the single goal to Arsenal last time around. It was seen as a positive display that this is a very different situation with the arrival of an informed Liverpool looking to take the FA Carling Premiership this year. This Everton side a little toothless against Arsenal according to many match reports. Madar and Ferguson misfiring on that day. The new summer signing will be wanting to make a big impact in the Merseyside derby. Liverpool, it is pretty much as you were. Jamie Redknapp on that right hand side may well be a wild card in this one. And he's found McAteer with a chance. It's deflected, and what a start for Liverpool. What a way to silence Goodison. They didn't pick him up, and Jason McAteer has opened the scoring. The red half of Merseyside, who are certainly the stronger when it comes to league standings and form, have continued that trait. With 8 minutes on the clock, Paul Ince with an immediate cross. He saw McAteer, it takes a big deflection off Hutchison, I believe. Great awareness from Ince. One touch, and the shot was on target. Deflection taking it up over Gerrard. On with the crossfield pass for Ferguson, who usually wins those duels. Here's Barnby. Ferguson. Everton wanting to immediately respond here. Oyster with a cross for Barnby. It was just behind him. He had to try the acrobatics, but it is more positive from Everton, and the crowd have sensed that. Barnby having to come back, just couldn't hook it goalwards. Nicely done, Oyster. And Barnby maybe a shot here with the left foot. Still Barnby, and Madar! And that was a chance for Everton. Just past the post, the best opportunity they've had so far. A big game for Mikhail Madar today to show what he can do. Barnby got a flick on that. Right, tidying up, in through the middle. Owen managed to get to his feet, but it's a free kick, and a sly clip from Slaven Bilic warrants a yellow card. Just down the back of the Achilles there. Is it going to be Ince or is it going to be McAteer? It's going to be Ince in towards Owen. They've gone short. McManaman tried to do a little too much there, showed too much of it to Barnby, and here's Ferguson. Madar, dispossessed by McAteer, who took up a good position, and it's through for Owen, and Gerrard beats it away. There's no offside. It was very borderline, but the flag stayed down, and Owen drove it straight at Gerrard, really. Hutchison further up the field as Everton are pushed back, and here's Ince, and Ince into the penalty area, and he's given it. I believe it's a penalty to Liverpool. Craig Shaw complaining. It was Ince that went down. I think that's a pull of the collar. It seemed like a pull of the shirt. And Liverpool have the chance to double their lead here in the derby. Fowler does it. And what momentum Everton were building has dissipated in an instant. Robbie Fowler from the penalty spot. Certainly no stranger to Merseyside derby goals, Robbie Fowler. But here's the incident. It just looks like a tug back from short. And Fowler dispatches with ease, left-hand corner. Gerrard sent the wrong way. And it's a long way back for the Toffees now. New confidence in Liverpool this season that they can go on and be real challengers. Hutchison in for Ferguson, and here's Madar. He's got some space. Madar! Fantastic goal for Everton. They're back in it. And the Frenchman, we said it would be a big impact for him today if he could make his mark. He has done just that, and suddenly now the deficit's halved. And we've got a game on here at Goodison. One touch, a second one to set it up, and a fine strike on the half. There's nothing James could do about that. Ince and Bab didn't pick him up. And this crowd has something to cheer. Bab will be disappointed he didn't hold his position and caught ball watching really for Madar, but he spread the play well here, and it's found its way to Bjornaby, and there's a run here for McManaman. Short's with him, and McManaman still, and Owen surely 3-1. Parity restored for Liverpool, and it's all down to McManaman. Michael Owen with another goal. His record continues this season. Look at McManaman just holding short off. He's not having the best day. And Owen sweeping in with the left foot on the penalty spot. Totally unmarked. You've got to give credit to Liverpool for silencing this crowd. Buoyed by Madar's goal. You ought to be enjoyed some freedom down that flank. Hotspur and Shaw trying to hold him off. They've had a torrid time on that left-hand side today. Bjornaby's still got it here. And here's McManaman. Well held by Gerrard. Who hasn't really been at fault for any of the goals. Flicked by Ferguson, who's cut a frustrated figure today. Harkness to McManaman. Liverpool just took the sting out of this, but that was a loose one. Picked up once again though by Ince. And it's through for Owen. It's a fine pass to reach him, and Michael Owen can put this game beyond doubt. He has. It's 4-1. The form of Michael Owen is really the driving force behind this Liverpool setup this season. So quickly they win it back in midfield, and that pass cutting through from McManaman, and Owen makes no mistake. The pace took him away from Bilic, and then it was all about the finish, and Owen has proved time and time again this season that at such a young age he can be relied upon. Everton are going to introduce Cadamateri to the fray. Oster coming off. Not been his day. Short. Going long. Ferguson. Cadamateri, but it's not going to reach him. Liverpool have had such control for the majority of this. Everton need to find something. Madar for Hutchison. Oh, he's found Madar! It's 4-2! And out of nothing, Everton have found a way through Liverpool's back line, and the deficit is reduced. Hutchison, I don't know where that pass came from, but Madar took full advantage, and it's his second of the game. And maybe, just maybe, he's took it so well, Madar, both goals today, a real glimpse of what he can do. Liverpool have tried to manage this game since that second goal went in, but that was a loose one. Ferguson, Cadamateri, and Madar! Well, that would have been a spectacular hat-trick. It's a fine attempt. He has been a real spark today for Everton as Mikael Madar, and that just couldn't get over it enough. Redknapp, McManaman, Shaw passing from Liverpool. This is where they have won so many games this season. Owen, he's made the space for himself, and Fowler! And Gerrard beats it away again. Going to come for Bjornaby, still attacking Liverpool here. McManaman, that looked like a trip, referee wave play on. It's in towards Fowler on the back post. Cadamateri is going to be booked for that challenge. Liverpool have known when to turn the volume up, when to slow it down. But this was a chance. Fowler hit it well, but again it's straight down Gerrard's throat, and he got a good hand on it. Usual corner, but Everton were asleep there, and almost a fifth for McAteer and a second one for him. No responsibility taken there whatsoever, and McAteer will be disappointed he hasn't made it 5. Big games coming up for both sides. Everton need to start getting some points on the ball, particularly at home. Here's Owen. They may concede further here. Michael Owen, and again Gerrard denies him. A fine game, Gerrard today. Owen wanting that hat-trick. Gerrard having none of it. That's a superb stop. Far more difficult than with the ones we've seen previous. It's all over. Liverpool march on. A win which has a personal significance against the old rival. Everton have work to do. And at Goodison Park, it's finished Everton 2, Liverpool 4.
Well, gentlemen, we've got to talk about young Michael Owen, haven't we? What a fantastic game that young man had. He was brilliant, wasn't he, Michael? I was really, really impressed the way he performed. I do think having Fowler back suits him, although the two of them are very, very much the same sort of player. But, you know, Owen, that pace that he's got, it's just terrifying for defenders. And the better he gets at being clinical one-on-one, I think he's going to be a top-class player. I think he may even unexpectedly win the Ballon d'Or. Well, Trevor, what about Everton? Got to be worrying times for them. Well, yeah, the problem they've got for Everton is they can't score enough goals, they don't take their chances, they lack confidence, and they leak silly goals. They've got First Division written all over them, I'm afraid, and they've really got to try and turn things around. I think their only saving grace is I think there's enough quality in this Everton side that they will have enough when it really matters. I look at some of the opponents around them that I also think will be in the relegation fight, and I think Everton might just have it win them. But I think it's going to be incredibly difficult for them this season. Now to Spurs versus Wednesday. And it wasn't new managers taking the seat in the dugout for this game. A second game as caretaker manager for Peter Shreves at Sheffield Wednesday. First game for Christian Ghost, Tottenham Hotspur. A return, of course, to a Spurs centre forward we've not seen before. Welcome back to the Premier League, Jurgen Klinsmann, and welcome to Trev Motson to watch this game.
The Premiership welcomes a new nationality to its managerial lineup. Christian Gross arrives from Switzerland, tasked with returning Tottenham to the glory days. More than 30 years have passed since Spurs were top dogs in England, and the hope is that Gross can replicate his success at Grasshopper here in North London. Struggling Sheffield Wednesday's story isn't too dissimilar. Peter Shreves continues in interim charge following the sacking of David Pleat, but despite their win over Everton, the Owls remain in the relegation zone. Gross takes control of a fragile Tottenham side. Walker, Campbell and Anderton will be hoping to impress the onlooking England manager. Sheffield Wednesday's 5-man defence is counterbalanced by a 3-person strike force. Di Canio, Carbone and Booth have been amongst the goals this season, but can the Owls keep Tottenham's forward line quiet this afternoon? Colin Calderwood for Tottenham, fouled by Magilton. And it's a free kick to the hosts. Magilton clipping the ankles of Calderwood. And Andy Sinton's over the set piece for Spurs. Headed away by Walker. Now Andy Booth for the Owls. Stefanovic gives the ball away. Everson on the edge. A powder puff attempt in the end. But that all stemmed from Dejan Stefanovic's weak clearance. Pembridge on the right. Doing well to hold off his man. Got 2 men on him. And eventually Tottenham do win the ball back. This is Ginola. Frenchman Going down a cul-de-sac there, and the Owls get the ball back in a promising position. It's Booth! Headed off target. Schindler in all sorts of issues, and Booth should have done better. This match was under serious doubt due to the overnight frost here in North London. Ground staff have done very well to get the match on. Di Canio for Wednesday. And Carbone's away here. The Italian. Andy Booth! For the second time, he misses the target. And he really should have done better. Good passage of play from Sheffield Wednesday. And Booth got it all wrong. Everson finds Klinsmann. Des Walker does really well, but there's a calamitous mistake, and Sheffield Wednesday get away with it. It appeared as though Walker had snuffed out the danger. Campbell to Carr. Now Darren Anderton. Good ball into Klinsmann. What can the German do? Finds Howells, the captain. Everson on the edge. His shot was blocked. Ginola! His shot also blocked. Good play by Stefanovic. It's a corner to Tottenham. Howells into Everson. And then Ginola. Twice denied by Stefanovic. Good defending. Poor touch by Di Canio, and Tottenham pick up possession. Everson. Good challenge. Carbone. Di Canio. Booth. Di Canio. Andy Booth for Wednesday! Misses. Well, the striker could have scored a hat-trick. He certainly left his shooting boots at home. That was probably the best opportunity of the lot. Sinton into Alan Nielsen. Good ball out to Darren Anderton, who's up against his England teammate Andy Hinchcliffe. Carr. Now Anderton. Everson! Oh, he rose at the back stick. He couldn't get his head over the ball. And his effort misses the target. So many opportunities, so little saves. Magilton plays it out to Hinchcliffe. Booth! Wicked delivery by Hinchcliffe, but again, Booth is off target. Glenn Hoddle would have loved this delivery by Hinchcliffe. With another poor finish from Andy Booth. Good spread of the play, and this is Mark Pembridge. Into Alexanderson, the Sweden international. Di Canio, now Magilton. Carbone. Not strong enough on the edge of the box, and Tottenham come away with the ball. It's Everson into David Howells. He's got options, he uses Everson, who blasts the ball off target. Tottenham crowd getting so frustrated with these wasteful moments from the home side. Headed away, and this is Everson. As we tick towards half time, this will be the last opportunity of the first half. It's Klinsmann for Tottenham. Lovely pass with the outside of his boot, and Everson misses the target. And it's going to be a goalless first half here at White Hart Lane. Good ball by Klinsmann. Not a good finish. Carr. Coming forward for Tottenham. This is Howells. Carr. He's got Anderson on his right. Stephen Carr. David Howells scores for Tottenham. It's Howells who breaks the deadlock. It took a deflection and whistled past Pressman. Spurs are ahead, and it's the captain, David Howells. Finally, we have a goal at White Hart Lane. The game's deserved it. It's been such an open contest, and it's David Howells the unlikely goal scorer. The captain's shot, taking a deflection off Sheffield Wednesday's skipper, Peter Atherton. There was no chance for Pressman, and Spurs are ahead. So another striker on for Sheffield Wednesday then, Guy Whittingham replacing Mark Bainbridge in the aftermath of the Owls falling behind. Whittingham on this right hand side. Booth! Again gets his header all wrong. Lovely first piece of play by the substitute Whittingham. It was a lovely cross onto the head of Booth. And his confidence is shot. Anderton for Spurs. An hour played at White Hart Lane, and this is Klinsmann. Anderton. Got Carr behind him. Also got Howells, the goal scorer, calling for the ball. The skipper picks up possession now. Howells! Brilliant save by Pressman. No deflection that time. What a sweet connection with his right foot by Howells. And at full stretch, Pressman did really well. Des Walker out to Guy Whittingham. Took the ball really nicely, and Magilton, Di Canio, now Booth, lays it back to Alexanderson. Andy Hinchcliffe. Headed away by Tottenham and Ginola. But the Frenchman gives the ball away. Atherton did well. Good ball into Carbone, who scores for Sheffield Wednesday. The Owls are level. Benito Carbone scores again. Beautifully found by Guy Whittingham. And the Italian made no mistake. It's 1-1 at White Hart Lane. Carbone bringing Sheffield Wednesday level. It was a sloppy pass by Ginola. Atherton intercepted. Whittingham into Carbone. And Ian Walker will be disappointed to be beaten at his near post. Lovely pass by the substitute. Carbone had so much space in the penalty area. Campbell couldn't get across. And Carbone scores 1-1. Hinchcliffe over the set piece. Tottenham comfortably mop up that cross, and now Stefan Iversen into Anderton. Iversen, the Norwegian. Ginola. Good defending by Peter Atherton. Now it's Sheffield Wednesday's turn to attack, or is it? Howells picks up possession. Iversen. Klinsmann! Tottenham back ahead! And it's Jurgen Klinsmann! The front two combine to devastating effect. And the German, Jurgen Klinsmann, gives Tottenham the lead for a second time this afternoon. Beautiful pass from Everton. And first time Klinsmann lashes the ball past Pressman. It's Tottenham 2, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Tottenham have been excellent. Di Canio, one last chance for Wednesday here. It's Di Canio! Straight at Ian Walker, who clutches the ball. And Tottenham are on their way to clutching all 3 points. Whittingham for Sheffield Wednesday gets his cross in, headed away by Campbell. Surely that's it. That is it. At the first time of asking, Christian Gross leads Tottenham Hotspur to victory. Sheffield Wednesday pushed them all the way, but Spurs get that winning feeling once again. Captain David Howell set them on their way. Benito Carbone equalised for the Owls. And it was left to Jurgen Klinsmann to seal all 3 points. An open encounter at White Hart Lane finishes Tottenham Hotspur 2, Sheffield Wednesday 1.
Well, it was sort of written really for it, wasn't it, in the end? Klinsmann with the winning goal. Spurs have beaten Wednesday, and really Wednesday only have themselves to blame. I kind of agree with you with that one. I thought the first half, Wednesday could have been out of sight. They looked completely a different side from a couple of weeks ago. I think Peter Shreve's formation change, certainly getting the best out of them. They seem to just sort of lose a bit of confidence, and I think they need a manager with real experience to drive them forward. And that shows with Andy Booth, for example. We had some great chances, he threw them all away. But I do think this formation is starting to get the best out of Di Canio and Carbone, and I think that's great for Wednesday. But they'll kick themselves tonight. I really feel this was their opportunity to turn things around and to win this game. Right then. So now it's time to recap all the other games, starting off with Ellen Road. Newcastle were travelling there. Leeds United celebrating Christmas earlier, according to Kenny Dalglish. Kenny Dalglish said Leeds United's Christmas came early for them as they were gifted a couple of presents, mainly from Rod Wallace. You know, it's not your day when ricochets land right in front of you. Wallace will have no complaints as his calamitous goal put Leeds United ahead. The second one was real sense of quality. Good link-up play between the front strikers and young Australian Harry Kewell with the cool finish past Shay Given to put Leeds 2 ahead. 3-0 arrived in the second half from more poor defending, you have to say. Kewell's cross wasn't properly dealt with, the clearance went right back to the Australian, and the entire Newcastle centre-half line all went shopping. The gift was for Wallace. There was a chance for Newcastle United to get back in the game. Keith Gillespie found room. His thunderbolt shot had far too much power for Nigel Martin at the near post. But there was time for a fourth goal to seal it. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank got it, the Dutchman heading home from Hopkins' corner, and Leeds United picked up their biggest win of the season so far. Chelsea knew this was a huge tie for them. These two sides are firmly in the title race, you would believe. Chelsea, though, made sure that they would go ahead in the title race. A deft little finish by Gianluca Vialli was enough to do so. Chelsea have now got clear water between them and everyone else at the top of the Premiership. It's alright for some. And the reason Chelsea are ahead is because Arsenal failed to perform when required. It wasn't the best afternoon in their London derby away to Crystal Palace. As North and South London met, Ian Wright's shooting boots weren't on against his former club. And there'll be more problems for Arsenal because there's going to be a lengthy break for Patrick Vieira. A red card in this game for a reckless challenge, a 3-match suspension, probably come at a worse time for Arsenal. This one was goalless. Derby County produced the stunning result last season, beating Manchester United at Old Trafford. But it looks like being an afternoon in which Manchester United were in control. And one player that's starting to find his touch is Andy Cole. Here he is showing his pace and power to find himself into the area, and a cool finish to put Manchester United ahead. With Andy Cole starting to find the back of the net, Manchester United is certainly going to be a dangerous proposition, but they've got to do so without their talismanic midfielder Roy Keane. Step forward Paul Scholes. It was Roy Keane-esque in the way that he stole the ball and played in Andy Cole to slot home for 2-0. But on the stroke of half-time, things started to go wrong for Alex Ferguson's side. Baiano's cross was headed in by Paulo Wanchop. That nemesis of Manchester United's made it 2-1. And then with 5 minutes to go, Carbonari's corner was headed in by Baiano at the far post. Phil Neville switching off. Frustration for United. This one finished 2 apiece. An excellent match. Blackburn Rovers picked up another home win for them, and it's their strike force which are making all the difference at the moment. The combination play between Sutton and Gallagher was fantastic. The finish certainly justified the good build-up play. For Southampton, it's yet another poor performance away from home. For Blackburn, it was the latest goal scored in the Premiership, 92nd minute. West Ham United are struggling away from home and are starting to meander towards a relegation fight, so maybe a good performance at home to the newly promoted Bolton Wanderers could ease the tension. Eyal Berkovic was brilliantly played through by John Hartson, coolly slotted home to make it 1. And 2-0 away with Hartson the provider again. Catching offside once again was Paul Kitson, the bottom backline nowhere. Lovely finish for 2-0. And as much as West Ham searched, they couldn't find a third goal to seal it, especially when Moncur was fouled in the area by Franson. Referee had no hesitation to point to the spot. Julian Dick stepped up, hit it straight at the goalkeeper. And now here's something for you that John Hartson may not want to see. After stealing the ball off Mark Fish, he beautifully rounded the goalkeeper. Open goal. Oh dear, he won't want to see that again. Sorry, John. Aston Villa have got a big UEFA Cup game coming up soon. So how will they do at home? Well, they started off really nicely. In fact, very nicely. Savo Milosevic scored an excellent goal, catching Sullivan completely off his line. Well, sadly for Milosevic, he would go off injured before the final whistle. But it was the Crazy Gang that was able to step up and win this game, and the midfield proved to be the driving force, especially when Jones played in a Koku and then slotted in Gale to slot the ball past Oakes. That made it 1 apiece. The winning goal was more of the same, more tenacity, midfield build-up, quick, direct football, everything which is great. Now this was a wonderful counter-attacking display, but just watch number 3 Jason Newell, stolen from absolutely nowhere. It was the winning goal. Villa have got to be worried. Atletico Bilbao visit soon. Is that European dream over? It was a fantastic afternoon for Barnsley that won their first game since August, but it almost started the perfect way. In the 3rd minute, Ashley Ward was brought down by Paul Williams. Referee pointed to the spot. Neil Redfern took the spot kick. A fantastic save by Hedman. While it wasn't the best day for penalty takers in the Premiership, it was for brilliant finishes. This one from Ashley Ward was outstanding. Outside of the foot, top corner, no chance Hedman for 1-0. 2-0 arrived in the second half for a corner that was again poorly dealt with, but when it fell back to Redfern, he knew exactly where to place his header. That was right onto the left foot of Ashley Ward, who said thank you very much. Barnsley with a big win for them, takes them out of the relegation zone, and all's happy at Oakwell for now. After 11 games in the Premiership, Chelsea have a 3-point advantage over Arsenal. Manchester United and Liverpool make up a top 4. Leicester City of last defeat have dropped down to 5th, but as Martin O'Neill said, they're halfway to safety, a quarter of the way into the season. He probably couldn't have asked for anything more. Bottom half of the table, Barnsley climb out of the relegation zone for the very first time. Everton drop in. No change for Southampton and Wednesday, both in the bottom. West Ham United, after their win, eases the pressure a little bit. Does, however, even the gap for Coventry and Bolton Wanderers to potentially into a relegation dogfight. Well, chaps, we won't talk about who's going down. We're going to talk about who's going to win the Premiership. We're just over a 1/4 of the way in, and just as we start our little run in towards the Christmas season, who's going to win the Premiership this season? I would say it's probably out of Chelsea, Arsenal and Man United. I think you look at experience between all these sides. Chelsea, I'm not sure about. Arsenal, we'll wait and see. But it's Manchester United, I think, really do have the experience to do so. They don't have Roy Keane, but they've got some tried and tested players like Pallister, Giggs and Schmeichel. There's enough of a spine. I think Man United will win the league. Maybe so. You look other ways than think Man United, but in reality, I'm afraid I've got to look at Arsenal for this one. I just think they've got something there. That backline looks really solid, and they're starting to produce some brilliant football. I think Mark Overmars has got to be the player of the month at the moment. He's phenomenal. I think one of the things that we've got to look in is the fixture run-in. Manchester United have got Champions League football. They're going to be playing again a big quarter-final in March. I wonder if that will have a factor, whereas Arsenal have got no distractions. It's purely domestic. You wonder if that may allow them to sort of march on. There we go. The predictions here have been made. The bookies are placing their bets. Nobody will cancel early, of course. And we hope you haven't cancelled this video early. From all of us, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching here this match on Trevor Sports. If you've liked it, please don't be afraid to like, share and subscribe to the channel. And if you do fancy it, head on over to Ko-fi. The link is in the description. Buy me a coffee for all the hard work. Further than that, make sure you enjoy more games coming up.